Hi everyone, I will show you how to make my DIY Plinky kit. So first you start with stereo jacks, which you have to insert into dedicated places with written green text. Then you can continue with mono jacks. It's quite simple to finish this kit. It's really not complicated. Once all small components are already soldered. Then you need to insert potentiometers. We go to the left side. Sometimes it's good to bend the legs of the potentiometers, so it will be easier to insert them. Then you insert the encoder. Then on my builds I use this small pink plastic. Maybe in the future I will update it, but now it's like this. So I need to insert it in between of the place for the screen. Now you take the screen, you take the top PCB, then you need to remove the protective screen. If you want to use it, you can sometime put it on the top and place the screen. That's dedicated place. Attach the top PCB. Here you need to check if all the parts are connected, because now we will need to screw everything to the main board. So if something will be missing, you will need to undo this part. So it's smart to double check if everything is in the right place. Then I screw all the components. For this Plinky I used quite a lot of custom things. Maybe it was not so much necessary, but I really wanted to have like the best quality, the best parts which I possibly can. So some parts I even have to customize. So I had to make my own knobs and some connectors. So it was interesting journey, interesting experience making my own parts. It's crazy how it's quite easy to make it, not like needing to make to order like crazy huge quantities. So For the jacks, I prefer to use not hand wrenching, but I prefer to use a screwdriver with. Yeah. But now I can't find it, so I have to do it by hand. And it's next part is important to because when I'm screwing potentiometers, they sometimes move a little bit, so it's important to check if they are straight. Their position straight. And also the screen, it's important to try to align it as much as possible to the straight line. It's possible to later to adjust it, but now it's much more easier. And also very important to check if the screen is flat to the PCB, so there will be no gap or no bad angle of the screen, because otherwise it's much more complicated to repair it. And now, as everything is quite good, we proceed to solder. Normally I start with components from the sides. Then I try to apply some pressure. So there will be no gap between parts and PCB. And it's quite easy. You just go through all the components. As I was having on the New Year's, I was having improvisation stage. I moved all my speakers and all the lamps and even soldering. Like a proper soldering iron to friend's place, and it's still there. So sorry for that lighting, but I hope you are able to see, because by myself for me it's hard to see. I definitely when I'm soldering more I prefer to have strong light. Also, it's advisable to apply some solder iron. I forgot also the English. On one USB jacks, apply some. If you don't know how to solder, it's advisable to check some videos on Google it, but it's really important to not to be afraid to heat a little bit, even though for me the heat is not strong enough. This solder iron for a long time. I don't remember how to work with it. Yep, now it's good. 400. I prefer to have 400 degrees for these bigger parts. Now I'm doing some SMD soldering, for sure it's too hot. Now it's a little bit faster to work. And even better solder designs. and these latest PCBs, potentiometers, no, the top PCB is a little bit cutted more than I would prefer, so this part sometimes is not touching the PCB, but it's not so mandatory. It's will be holding strong by itself. On the top I also apply some solder on the USB port, USB-C port. I want that it solder it. Bend it, the legs of the encoder, and actually that's it. The soldering is done. Quite simple. Now it's important, good part to check if all the connections are soldered. And now I prefer to test it. So proceeding further. It's important to see if the touchpad is working, if the bottom column is also working. Also, you need to really do the calibration, because it's very important for precise touch. Now on this part also very important step to try to align the screen, because when it will put into the printed box it will be not possible to do. So now what I do, I try to check that this line would be straight compared to the cutout of the Plinky. If it's okay, we can put the knobs on the encoder. It's quite simple. On the potentiometers it's a little bit more difficult, because it's T18, so we need to rotate the potentiometers to the left side as much as possible and put only a little bit. So we'll do similar. And now try to rotate to the right side and look that it will be mirrored normally, and it's okay, you can push it to the end. But really push before you align, because once it's pushed it's very hard to remove it. Now the next step is case. On the case I have legs. 1 second. Yeah, I will receive these sticking legs, so put them to the corners. Now you can place it in the case. And once you're placing, I prefer to do this way, that first I put the right corner. If you have something, you can put on the left corner a little bit, because there's like some printed part which better holds the balls. Now push everything all sides. And now there is one very stupid part. Some PCBs was shipped in the last batch not straight, so you can feel that it's wiggling a little bit. So what you need to do is to bend a little bit the instrument, and the PCBs will be flattened, and it will be back to normal. So what I do, I just bend it a little bit, and that's all. Now it's no wiggling, no more wiggling. and screw the corners, and that's all. It's finished Plinky synth. So good luck for you, and have great sounds, and you can always what I like to do is for presets connect to the USB, and you can do you can open the extension on your browser, and you can adjust all the parameters or even randomize them and upload different presets. I ship Plinkies with vanilla presets, so you can play by yourself and find the sound which would resonate with you in the best way. And it's really a nice instrument, and it has a lot of possibilities. So thank you for your time, and good luck.